Let's go. Rest in peace, Lance. Commander Zavala. Sharon. And so many more.
I've seen terrible things born out in the darkness. Every moment brings them closer.
Oh my gosh, where are we?
The music. You ready? Chad, are you ready? On your deals.
All ends and beginnings.
Battle stations. Alright, game over. Credits. God. Holy crap.
That time we go to the moon.
Is that a darkest ship behind Okora?
So happy Eris is back.
We are your
Salvation.
Wait.
The line between light and dark
It's so very thin.
Let's cross it together.
Holy crap. This got me feeling things.
Hello, old friend.
I'm afraid.
Yes. All right, bet. Let's hit it. All right, we're good to go. Oh, we gotta record. We gotta record.
What is he doing? No way.
Yes, please show us what is in the final shape. Welcome to Bird Up Reacts, if that's what we're gonna call it. We might change it. This is the final shape. 3, 2, 1. Give it to me. Hit me. Trailer. Don't talk. Ah, shut up. Show me the trailer.
Like many of you, I've been playing games as long as I can remember. They're a core part of what makes me who I am. I believe there's this deeply rooted, often unstated mission of games to keep adventure alive.
Let me turn this down
In
just a
2014,
bit.
Bungie set out to
Tilt
start
this
a
just
new
a little.
adventure.
There we
Heroes
go.
awakened on a
Got my
planet. A silent
Destiny
god
2
set in
shirt.
our sky.
Age of
And it wouldn't
Triumph.
be long before an ancient enemy, shrouded in darkness, showed up at humanity's door to destroy us. Over the years, our heroes would shape a story far greater than anything we could have imagined. Players would explore deep into the depths of Venus, hunting a machine god that controlled time itself. They'd invent ways to combine their mythic weaponry and their paracausal abilities to stand alone against monsters that took others, an entire elite squad. They'd race alongside their friends far into the early morning into halls of
Hell
the
yeah.
city where only a select few emerged victorious at dawn, clutching the heart of a dragon. But most importantly,
Did that one time.
they bring their friends and their family
Whee!
into this world, and together meet new faces on this adventure who would become lifelong companions. Now, together, we approach the final shape.
Give me just 1 second, y'all.
On the last expedition of Destiny's first saga. So let's be clear about the stakes. In the final shape, you will go inside the Traveler. The journey will be difficult.
Thanks.
And what awaits you on the other side of this trek is nothing less than the deadliest entity we have ever faced. There will be no open betas. There aren't going to be any guides on the internet telling you how to handle what's to come. Whether you've been with us from the beginning, joined us somewhere
Get to the
along
point.
the road, or are looking at Destiny for the first time, anybody who shows up on launch day is going to be greeted with this same uncharted world. A vacuum-sealed experience begging for you to be the first person to peel it open. So today is your invitation to go forth and adventure.
I'm trying, bro, but show me the trailer. Show me what to expect. Give me a reason. Okay, outside the wall. Our ghost. Rezzing us.
After
Warlock. Warlocks for life.
we never talked about it.
What we never talk about.
You back.
Is this
Why you
the future?
chosen. The truth is, I didn't know then. It was just a feeling. But I know now.
What's this armor set?
All we've seen,
Our boy Cade.
all we've lost.
The heck was that?
Might be our last.
So many different armor sets.
So I'm asking you one last time to rise.
What is that? Okay, it didn't really show us much, but it was interesting. It looks like the future, not the past.
This is a momentous time in Destiny history. We've been building to this moment for the last 10 years.
The final shape is the conclusion to that journey. This is a moment in gaming that, as a developer, you just don't get very often.
Guardians and allies are fighting the biggest threat that the universe has ever seen in this big culmination of the Light and Darkness saga.
When we were thinking of what the final shape could be, it had to be a lot of different things. It needs to pay off this epic confrontation with the Witness that we've been setting up for years. It has to bring you closer to your allies in the Vanguard. It has to be this place that like makes you feel nostalgic for the entire journey you've been on.
When we were resurrected by Ghost at the very beginning of this story, we didn't know why, but it was for this. The Traveler is asking us for help, and it's our responsibility to protect every living thing in the universe from what the Witness intends to do.
When we first start the final shape, we are finally able to go through the portal that the Witness opened in the Traveler at the end of Lightfall.
Okay.
Inside is the Pale Heart of the Traveler. That
The Pale
is the stage
Heart.
for a showdown with the Witness.
What is the Pale Heart?
The Witness has the darkness and has always had a connection to it. The Pale Heart of the Traveler is what it's trying to use to gain connection to the light. So with both, it can enact
Okay.
its final shape.
The Witness looks around and sees a lack of purpose, no meaning. It wants to fix all that. So it's trying to put the universe into this frozen perfection where everything's just exactly how it thinks it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That is the final shape.
If we're gonna
Yeah, what's that weird animation of being sucked into the darkness?
failure is not an option.
We're gonna need the Vanguard, all of our allies, and all the Guardians to rally together and be brave in the face of Oblivion.
Of course.
In the final shape, we're going to answer questions at the grandest scale. But what I find really interesting is that it's also a very personal journey where we deepen our relationships with these characters that we've known for so long. Zavala, Ikora, our Ghost, get to reconnect with Cayde 6. So, like, while there's this great...
What does that mean, reconnect with
everything
Cayde
going on
6?
around us and stakes of just unimaginable heights, it's still at the end a story told around campfires by a bunch of companions who have been fighting together for hundreds of years.
True.
In the final shape, we're going through the portal that the Witness has opened up to confront it and stop the final shape. Inside the Traveler is this infinite, vast, unknowable and we're landing on the Pale Heart, which is a fraction of really what is inside the Traveler.
Okay, so the Pale Heart's a place?
Pale Heart is weird. It's a little strange. It makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. And it is also just so cool and artistic in the best way.
It kind of looks like some of the artwork that we've had for years.
The Witness entered
Places that
of any Guardian,
we've never seen in game.
so it's had time to kind of shape what's there. When our Guardian enters, the rest of the Pale Heart starts getting shaped also around what we've experienced.
Oh.
This is the Traveler recreating the world in front of you as it saw on your journey.
One of the most memorable locales from Destiny's past is the D1 Tower.
Mm-hmm.
It's really a labor of love from the Destiny.
Oh,
The
nice.
final shape means so much to everyone who's building it, and I think players are really going to be able to see that.
The Pale Heart is our very first linear destination that we've ever
That's the speaker's room.
I would love it if players felt that they began their journey in a place of safety.
Do we
and
get to go
feel
into the city finally, or
in danger, in surrealness, because
what is that?
there is this beautiful evolution of the space.
They see things that are more and more wrong as they begin to go towards the Witness's monolith. It's kind of this omnipresent, foreboding thing off in the distance.
The weirdest things happen as you get closer to the
Raid location?
monolith in the form of reshape.
Probably not.
Kind of like deconstructing things and putting them back together.
Oh.
Just wrong.
The sense of scale you get out there, like as you're exploring these spaces and you're jumping on these reshaped cuboids of Earth, you feel tiny as a Guardian. You feel alone. You feel like you are not the force to be reckoned with that you have been. You're not the God Slayer right now. You're just this little person jumping from these massive pieces to massive pieces.
No, I'm Godslayer.
One of the things that we really tried to also capture is that the Witness keeps throwing everything it has at you. And so you're going to fight these new enemies, the Subjugators.
Subjugators.
The new unit you're going to be facing.
Okay, we got Tormentors. Oh, Subjugators use Strand.
They have an enhanced power set.
Okay.
They're performing stasis powers and strand powers to face the Guardian, well, in support of all the other enemies you're fighting too.
But no light,
Something
just darkness
entirely
powers.
new to the battlefield, which is kind
It's
of
fine. I'm not scared.
control.
They're back there.
I like that emote.
Throwing crystals
Little
at you,
respect.
freezing you in place, tangling you up.
Okay.
We're focusing you on the campaign and only the campaign. It's the most important thing in the universe at that moment. You have to stop the final shape from happening.
And for that, we do need the help with our allies. And so we're going to make sure that the core Vanguard team gets back together. Zavala and Ikora and Cade.
How?
The campaign is just the start of the Pale Heart. After you've reached the monolith and finished the campaign,
That location looks really nice, though.
the entire destination, and so the entire Pale Heart is going to react to you and what you are doing.
The Pale Heart is like a culmination of all locations.
The campaign in the final shape doesn't really end with the
And like this area, this like kind of darkness,
where
ruin area, honestly looks like Venus,
so it's only natural that when you are going to confront the Witness,
which we never got back from D1.
but that might not be enough. This is a moment where we need to rally all Guardians to be able to overcome the final shape and the Witness.
See, I don't understand how is this inside the Traveler. It would honestly make more sense if it was in the future.
In the final shape, we are inside the Traveler, very close to this energy. This allows us to have new supers, Arc, Solar, Void.
We want to create something that turns you into an offensive powerhouse.
So are you changing the entire structure again, or are these just new super options?
Team play and like working with your friends to overcome.
Because like if you're resetting again, man, like yeah, that axe looks pretty cool.
Ultimate expression of solar energy coursing through your Guardian.
Yeah.
Black Super is a callback to Radiance from D1.
Other than Golden Gun,
No self-res
it's
though,
the
right?
First-person super in Destiny right now. Your melee's like all these projectiles going off, doubling the amount of projectiles. Your grenade almost being sentient as it searches around, and then it hits a character and bounces off and goes to another one. And you're so overflowing.
We've already had the snap.
That you are
Yeah, that's
also
not really
giving it
new.
to your allies, allowing them to have their solar weapons supercharged, applying Scorch when they're shooting.
The new Solar Warlock aspect. When I cast my Rift, it is going to create this little solar soul that
Oh,
when it
nice.
shoots an enemy, it launches
It
part of
shoots
itself
it,
out
yeah.
and hits the enemy and explodes.
Oh,
and scorches
that's
it.
cool.
It just feels very alive.
Okay.
Twilight Arsenal. It's a layered super.
This is the only ranged one-off offensive super for Titans in the game. The Titan jumps up into the air, summons this giant void axe, throws it, summons another one, throws it, summons another one, looks at a different group of enemies, throws it. And when these axes fly through the air, they stick into the ground or an enemy, do their void gravity thing where they suck a bunch of energy and enemies in and then explode. But that doesn't destroy the axe. The axe sticks around and you and your allies can go and pick up that
Oh,
axe and start
what?
blasting
That's
the
cool.
enemies with it.
That is cool. I like that.
The Void Titan aspect, I press and hold my grenade button to consume my grenade and turn it into the shield. The more
Okay.
damage it takes, the more it charges up, and then I can release that, and it creates this blast that deals massive damage.
Nice. That's gonna be crazy in PvP.
Is all about finding the shortest distance between 2 points. The hunter kind of rears back, takes this knife and throws it across the world, and then is able to blink to its position, do the slash that just decimates
Really?
anyone
What's the
there.
range on that?
The really great thing about that is not just you do it once, but you're able to do it 3 times, along with devastating
Okay.
attacks each time. you do it.
Teleport.
The hunter
And then
has
turn around and do it again,
our
or?
staff, we twirl it in the air, which propels us upward. It creates this burst, which amplifies you and any allies near you.
It almost makes it feel like you're playing a fighting game, right? Like these combos that you're chaining together to do these different moves. It like takes that sandbox to the next level.
The more aspects we have, the more capable we are to do that.
It feels like you're like
Okay.
riding the lightning, you know? Like that instantaneous, like
That was good, but I think it's more like, you know?
I like it. I like it.
You suck them all in.
Team has been working
Okay.
on all sorts of goodness. We've
Cool,
got
cool.
exotics, we've got legendaries, we've got perks. We're always cooking up stuff. We're always playing with stuff that we think is like really interesting or taking inspiration. We have Tessellation, which is this exotic pyramid fusion rifle.
Tessellation.
It has the really intriguing property of
Is it a
adapting
fusion or a
multiple
linear
current
fusion?
damage type.
This will be the first time that you can run a weapon that can adapt to be strand or stasis in the energy slot. So you'll be able to run an entirely strand or entirely stasis loadout. Tessellation has the additional property that you can special reload to reshape your grenade and suck it into the weapon, and then fire out a super destructive single projectile. It's a really special weapon.
What's the one specific
That's kinda
exotic
cool.
that I can make that's like really zany that you would like right now?
What if Golden Gun was a sniper rifle?
What if you could harness the might of the Traveler? You know, we had a moment where we saw that
What do you mean?
Traveler Beam cutscene. I know people on Weapons went, I kind of want that. You're like, that is incredibly dope.
So we've got this opportunity
Trace
to bring
rifle?
back these iconic Destiny 1 weapons, but really turn it into something that feels unique
Hothead.
to Destiny 2.
We have to bring.
I think that's already in the game though.
The
Is that Kvostov?
exotic pulse rifle.
And Dragon's Breath.
Oh, Dragon's Breath. My bad. Hothead was the replacement.
In the final shape, we have new weapon subfamilies coming, broadening what existing weapons can be.
Really like bordering on exotic functionality. So for example, you've got a rocket pistol sidearm subfamily. We always like
A what?
special ammo sidearms. This fires tiny, slow-moving rockets. They hit very hard, do a bit of AoE damage. They have a mixture of regular weapon and rocket launcher.
Does it have tracing?
We're also doing a new support weapon subfamily.
The support frame auto rifle is a type of legendary auto rifle. It'll let you switch seamlessly from firing at enemies to healing your allies. I'm really excited to bring it to dungeons and keep my team alive, honestly.
Weapons team is always coming up with new ideas. We've got a ton of new cool stuff coming over the next few years, and some new and really wild
Years
ideas,
plural.
which we're pretty excited about.
Years plural.
Come on, take a load off. We've got a lot to cover.
Legends
This place has only been
are
enough for a
forever.
dashing hero type, and that's me. So, I'm back.
Woo!
Give me a sec. I was magnificent.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? Get your rock off my map.
Get your rock
Worst case
off my
scenario,
map.
You die, but who knows?
Maybe you won't. Yeah. Woo! Blade Barrage Cade. That was sick, man. We weren't expecting that.
Better get back to it.
I think that was the original D2 trailer.
In this moment where we're driving to the end of the Light and Darkness saga, it's great to see Cade like return to this world at this moment with all this change about to culminate with this confrontation with the long-standing enemy, the Witness.
Cade is the quintessential hunter. His presence casts such a long shadow over the story of Destiny, whether it was when he was alive or when he was dead.
Cade goes through in this journey how he serves as a catalyst for the other characters, the events
That looks
are
cool.
uncovered to have brought him back.
Maybe-
how the story had to end. There was no end to the Light. and
Maybe after Final Death, you go to the Heart of the Traveler? I could see
We
that.
started digging into the nature of
Sort of like he never died, he just stopped existing in our plane. That would make sense for Guardians. But we'll see what the lore says.
who is the most appropriate person to be the guide, because that's his job. That's always been his job. It just feels so natural for Nathan to be back in the booth. It felt amazing. to
Yeah.
see him slip back into the role like without missing a beat.
Right, instantly.
In the flesh, or metal, as it were.
Cade's the glue that's always held Zavala and Ikora together. Having him back puts them in a position of questioning where they've been and what they've done without him.
You think about the journey that Zavala's been on and how he's been taken down this dark path, and you think about
Mhm,
the weight
mhm.
that's been on Ikora, having to hold.
Oh, for sure. Imagine how much... If she'll be able to like truly unleash with her fire team, dude, like Ikora has potential to be the most powerful of the three.
We want people to take away that sense of reunion and that idea of like the gang being back together for this moment.
I'm here now. Wherever the hell here is.
I still don't understand this being inside the Traveler, but all right. We've got Cade, we've got the Pale Heart. What else are we gonna talk about? The Witness? Unlocking the path. Ayat! Ayat! Ayat. Oh, is this the new season? Okay. Ayat. What are you doing? Multiple worms. Who are you summoning? Are you gonna become Shivu? What is this? What did you do? What did you do? Holy shit. Mm-hmm. Eris?
And open the way to our tides.
What? We get that gun?
The death of whispers, and they do whisper.
Okay.
Fight in my name, Guardian.
Hide in your name?
Defeat strengthens me.
Yeah. So how do you defeat something like that?
My appetite rises for your brutal tributes.
This is better than the Final Shape trailer. Okay, got light bearing guardians. I mean, light bearing hive. Mm-hmm. Season of the Witch. Ayat. Ayat is hive for... Its ancient language basically means it will be or it is. It's a call and it's also a law.
That Savathun has the key to getting into the portal that we need to go into.
Right.
That means we have to go find Imaru, her ghost.
Uh-huh.
It's like, not so fast. We've got a bigger problem.
Not so fast. It's gonna take you 8 to 12 weeks to unlock whatever it is you need.
Eris has an idea.
Okay.
It's a wild ass idea, yeah.
Okay.
She determines,
Okay.
like, well, the best way to fight fire is with fire. We are channeling all of that
Fight fire with fire.
enemies, and we're tithing to our friend Eris.
Okay, but that's not Shivu. I think you... Just guessing. I think you summon Shivu into her body so she's less powerful. But definitely that's not Shivu. Or not her final form anyway.
All of our activities and systems experiences, and so that's what led us to come up with things like Deck of Whispers.
Deck of Whispers? We get cards. Is there like a IRL card?
With your Buildcraft meta and with buffs and the activities.
They can then
I might try to make these.
at will, whichever ones they want, and then that really leans into the Buildcraft.
Major Arcana found. Okay.
You can then use the place on the battlefield and change the way you play.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Like being able to like bring
Yeah, like I love deck building and card games too, but how are you going to integrate that into the game? And also, will this be an IRL trading card game?
So we've got 2 brand new seasonal activities coming with Season of the Witch. We've got
Mhm.
Altars of Summoning and Savathun Spire.
Altars of Summoning.
Savathun Spire is our new 3
Yeah, what's Savathun Spire?
A lot more with the Lucent Hive magic, but it's got a high amount of combatant density. It's got
Okay.
additional random encounters that you can come across.
Okay.
The Spire itself, Savathun Spire, was like her reliquary for all these different magical experiments as she was learning the light. You're there in order to learn as much as you can in order to become a master spellcaster, right? To become like Savathun.
Okay. In order to gain her power, we're going to train the same way Savathun did after she was gifted with the light.
Hop in and hop out of. As you're going through this activity, you're filling the tithing bucket. As that tithing bucket is filled up,
Tithing
you'll
bucket.
get progressively more rewards, and then finally at the end, it'll cash out and you'll get a
Dude, this looks so sick. That ship doesn't look that sick.
There was a home for any exotic mission content coming in seasons after the year has passed.
Yeah, what do you
So we
what do you mean
developed
about
what we call
that?
the Exotic Mission Rotator.
Right away,
Okay.
we're getting Presage, Vox Obscura, and
Presage.
Operation Seraphim.
Vox was
This
cool.
is some of the most fun content the team has making. It's some of the content the fans and players have
More
just
missions
enjoyed.
coming in
The most
2024.
exciting
Okay.
thing outside of just the
I mean,
missions
that's cool. That's cool.
is that every
We haven't
time
done
you
Presage
move
in
inside of that rotator,
years.
The exotic that comes alongside of it will become craftable.
And a lot of those missions were the only way that you could get exotics, and it was kind of confusing how to get them after the fact. So this is interesting.
Focus the combat a little bit more. With the new Vex network map, we really wanted to make sure we hit is like, hey, you're shoulder to shoulder more often. There's not as much deep sight lines that you're interacting with, and a lot of the flow of the map is actually built around this like kind of central pillar.
Really? This kind of looks like that PlayStation map from D1. It's reskinned. I'm gonna have to look into that. It does look like there was this one map that was on D1, and it did have a jumping area in the middle where you could fall and die, and it kind of looks like that.
Shield coming from Vault of Glass. We've got the spear back from Season of the Risen. And we got
the Mhm.
from Season of the Haunted. Yeah, so you're going to be reaping Guardians with that thing.
Oh my
It's all about
god.
tactical gameplay. It's all about running around the map, claiming these relic dispensers, and then grabbing
Mhm.
them in order to push for victory.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
What I need. The words in my throat are the weapon in my fist.
We were feeling pretty hypey this season.
Yeah, you think?
obviously. There's something in the air. And so when thinking about like what's a good raid reprisal that would really suit this very hypey season, there's only one answer.
Crota's in. Oh my god. Like, come on, bro. Nobody wanted this. It might end up being cool. I might take it back later, but nobody wanted this. This raid is basically a strike or a dungeon. But we'll see what changes they make, because like we're so OP right now, we're way beyond this. So what could they possibly do to increase the difficulty besides capping our light level?
Only a true weapon of the light can stop his wrath.
Yeah, that's they literally showed us the whole raid. That's it. There's really only like 4 encounters, and they take place in 3 locations. Cool raid ring. I am gonna try it day 1.
Heading into the final shape, we really want to rally all guardians at the end of the Light and Darkness saga. We want to reduce those power barriers, as well as catch people up on key story beats, and make sure that they have a really great and easy time connecting with other players. In the final shape, we're trying to find ways to make power more simple and easy to understand, and also lowering the barrier to entry.
It's going to make it easier for players who have not been able to jump into game easily because they were held back by the challenges in grinding for the power levels that are required by these different activities.
One of the major changes that's going to be happening starting with the final shape is there are going to be a certain number of activities that are going to be power fixed. So it doesn't matter kind of what power level you are going into it, you're always going to be able to approach it. There's still going
Right.
to be
I mean, it's been that way for like years, but okay.
experienced a certain way.
Things like Nightfall strikes that will still have power enabled, and that's where we're really going to focus the whole power climb.
The raids, the contest modes that everybody loves to engage with, that experience is fundamentally going to be staying the same.
I'm excited for this because I think there will be a lot more clarity for players in terms of understanding the relative difficulty of things, where they sit now in the spectrum.
One way that we're trying to do that is making it easier for new players to engage with you. So we're introducing something that we're calling Fire Team Power.
You can actually bring your friends along.
It's like an
to
average?
play any dungeons and raids in
What does that mean?
without having to wait them to be at a certain power level. The person with the highest power in
Mhm.
the fire team is actually going to bring all the others close to their power level, which means that there's no barriers really for any other guardian to join you in this high level content.
When it's combined with Fire Team Finder, it also allows you to find strangers, people you've never played with before.
Yeah, that's cool, because like you can play with low rank and new guardians. Okay.
Finder is the new feature that's coming in season 23.
Kind of a cheat, but you know, do what you gotta do. What is this Guardian Oath?
Best and most aspirational content in
Is this in game?
We have a tag system that allows players to be able to say, well, this is my playstyle. I'm really chill. I'm anti-sweat. I'm just really here to have a good time.
Okay.
Exactly.
Tags really allows players to show a little bit more personality, show a little bit more about what they're about. I think what's really great about it is with this module,
Okay.
also looking
That's
at including inclusion tags.
you know.
As an example, one of the inclusion tags that we have are for colorblind players. Hopefully the inclusion tags will bring players closer to finding their community and even closer to the people that they're playing with. So once a listing goes live, players will be put into a listing lobby where players can gather, they can communicate with each other. So we wanted to make it as convenient.
Okay, so they're basically taking the Destiny app and putting it in game.
And stare at a screen for a long time while their listing actually fills up.
As a gamer who's typically more solo, I'm especially excited about this because it really is.
Yeah, I'm also typically solo. Honestly, I've just been playing Gambit, which I was hoping they would discuss. We still have about 10 minutes left in the reveal. I hope they mention Gambit, because there were supposed to be some changes coming.
Incredibly excited about is timeline reflection.
Oh.
Essentially, what we have done is we went back to previous
What's that mean?
expansions and pulled out missions that we felt really represent key narrative beats within our story. We are going to
Okay.
have a mission for Forsaken, mission for Beyond Light, as well as a mission for Witch Queen.
Why? Random memory / mission loader? Like, what's the point?
Experience them in the campaign.
Oh, really?
You're going to get additional pieces of narrative fed to you to
Oh.
identify, like, hey, this is why it's important.
But will the mission itself change any, or because that would be cool, even just like adding champions or something like that. Yep.
This is a moment that a lot of players, new and old, are going to come back to Destiny. I think this is just the right time to introduce features that are going to allow those players to jump right in and find people to play with and enjoy this content regardless of their power level.
Okay.
We're reaching the end of this 10-year journey. What comes next?
The episodes. And the new way we're going to tell stories moving forward.
What's really important about episodes
What does that mean?
is that it's a really big shakeup to what we've been doing. Instead of providing 4 seasons a year, you are going to get 3 larger episodes. And so the first 3 episodes of this
Okay.
year are called Echoes, Revenant,
Echoes,
and Heresy.
Revenant, and
It's coming right
Heresy.
after the final shape.
And do these continue the story, or?
Consequences and aftermath of the final shape. I think
Okay.
that's really the cornerstone of the episode model that we're building is the 3-act structure.
Ooh,
The
okay.
acts act as these anchors for us to introduce
Just new weapons, artifact mods, pass ranks, pass rewards, new armor.
There's going to be new missions coming around the core. There'll be new
Okay.
story moments in every single one of these acts. We're actually providing more cinematic styled experiences throughout the final shape year and the episodes with it than any of the seasons we've ever developed before.
Yeah, I'm cool with 3 seasons instead of 4. It actually makes it a little bit easier on the dev team.
Whether you've been playing Destiny for 10 years or this is your first one.
But there is potential that once the story from these episodes is over, there's going to be a lot of downtime.
To innovate the game. We get to move the game forward.
It's all about change frequently. It's all about deeper story moments. It's all about more weapons, more loot, more often. And it really provides the team with a platform to go much deeper into the themes and fantasies and story of any individual episode as compared to the seasons you know of today.
I'm so excited to see what the narrative team can do with this kind of new platform of storytelling.
Yeah, so they did say Vex. I'm interested to see what happens here.
We're moving into the next stage of Destiny 2. I think some people look at the final shape and they think
Because we really haven't followed up on those guys since
it's the opposite.
Forsaken.
We're leaning in. We're putting the pedal to the metal. Episodes provide us a new, innovative way for players to engage with Destiny 2 throughout the year.
Okay, I was hoping for like a longer timeline, but I guess we'll see.
A guardian. Devotion. Bravery.
Sacrifice.
We know that we were
Death
chosen
is the 4th one. They don't say it.
by something greater than ourselves.
Guardian. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian.
Shaped by the fires of each new battle, we are forged and sharpened into what we must become for the fight ahead. We are the final line that halts the second collapse.
All of us. Every Titan. Every Warlock. Every Hunter.
What is it the Guardians say? Devotion
Inspires bravery. Bravery inspires sacrifice. And sacrifice leads to death.
Sacrifice leads to death.
The line between light and dark is so
Very thin. Yeah, I did like that moment. It was pretty cool.
Let's cross it together.
There are things out in the dark that only the dark can overcome. Trust me.
You've heard the stories of the Traveler's sacrifice, of darkness descending upon humanity.
Our purpose is its end. This time, there is no escape.
Become legend.
It's going to be an exciting year for Guardians. We get to make good on a promise that we made way back in 2014. There was classic rock blasting, fire team racing across our solar system, and at the end, a simple message: become legend. Today, you got a glimpse at how we'll be cementing your legend in this upcoming year. We're going to be heading inside the Traveler experiencing a destination unlike anything we've ever built before. We'll face the biggest bad we've ever made, and we'll do this all alongside a streamlined progression system, allowing us to easily play with friends in any content in the game. And as the dust settles in the final shape, we're going to continue.
Why does he have a pyramid-shaped table? That's
It's
funny.
Destiny's first episode in a new phase of storytelling for Guardians with brand new conflicts born from the resolution of the Light and Darkness saga. These first episodes are just the beginning. But if you're chomping at the bit to see how the Light and Darkness saga is going to kick off the future of Destiny 2, we've got a ton of great content for you to jump into today. Going live after this, Season of the Witch, with a new
Ayat.
story, new weapons, new armor, new activities, and new PvP content, all alongside a series of story catch-up missions, allowing any of your friends to jump into the game and get up to speed on what's happening in this world. Then, next week, a brutal reprisal of Crota's End.
Okay, next week, Crota's End. Okay, I should be able to do that day one live.
I can't wait to see
Waiting to see on some scheduling, but
as we learn more about the final shape and how we can stop it.
Do not be afraid. Bring me your tithes.
I'm very curious about this season with Xivu Arath. What will the resolution be? I know we're trying to get back Savathun, but how will we resolve the problem of Xivu?
Might be our last. So I'm asking you to rise. One last time.
Until the next last time. Okay, is that it? Collector's Edition reveal. I don't think they've done this before, but okay.
When we create a collector's edition, we try and recreate items from the universe for players to enjoy outside of the game. So this year we're doing the
Right.
Destiny 1 tower. We
Really?
try to work hard at thinking about 10 years of Destiny and how best to encapsulate that experience.
Even as the game dev who've worked on it since day one, like I think having it be the tower is super exciting for us because it's going to kind of catalog your journey of a player from when you first started playing Destiny all the way to now. The tower, it's kind of like the beacon in which you're a place you can call home.
You get the tower, and then there are actual figures of the Vanguard mentors that accompany that architectural model.
And there's a lot of like hidden
Those are kinda
messages
weird.
and hidden things.
There's going to be some fun surprises. We're always trying to push the envelope, and so we've been playing a lot with magnetic locks and
Oh,
sound
okay.
effects, lights.
We did see that in, I want to say Witch Queen. There was a sort of radio that would emit different signals and messages whenever you put different pieces on it and change the configuration. So we'll see what comes from it. Personally, it's a miss for me. Definitely going to pre-order Final Shape. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is that it? Are we done now?
post-show stream. My name is Taylor Liz. I am a Destiny 2 player and content creator. I'm excited to be here live at Bungie. We're gonna have 2 segments for you today. A little later in the show, I'll be playing through the brand new Season of the Witch content with my good friend, Pika Peach. Right now, let's sit down with Bungie developers to talk more about what we just saw and what's next for the future of Destiny 2. Pika, over to you.
Thank you so much, Taylor. My name is Pika, and I'm also a content creator and Destiny 2 fan. You can often find Taylor and I playing together in some sort of challenge in-game. I'm beyond honored to be sitting down with everyone here today, so let's do some more introductions.
Thank you, Pika. It's great to have you here. Hi, my name is Cosmo. I'm the lead community role here at Bungie, and my role is supporting our amazing community team and all the great work they do, helping prepare weekly check-ins and sending info out to our players. I'm going to be teaming up with Pika today, and we're going to be asking some of these guys some questions and go over some of the things that we didn't get to cover in the showcase. So, yeah, Dan.
Yeah, thanks. I'm Dan McAuliffe. I'm the general manager for Destiny 2. And that mostly means that I get to support all the amazing talent that makes this game. So thanks for sitting down with us today.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it.
I'm Joe. I'm the game director on Destiny 2. And actually, while Taylor and Liz were doing the intro, I was hiding behind a pillar for the last 10 seconds. So y'all can like roll back the VOD and see if I did a good job or not.
Awesome, so let's get into some questions. As a player, what are you guys most hyped about regarding the final shape and beyond? Anything specific you can call out?
For me, I'm really excited about the story. This is going to be like the epic conclusion to the Light and Darkness saga. Like players are finally going to get to go into the Traveler, confront the Witness. Like the stakes have never been higher. I'm just really excited to get to watch everybody play it out as soon as they can. Can we make it live right now?
I don't think so.
I tried. Anyway, what about you, Dan?
For me, I mean, it's a lot about the supers, right? Like I just think we have this ability with these supers coming out to shift the meta in a really exciting way, and like I just haven't played through them.